Hey everybody, and welcome to Season 2 of Shit Talkin'. That's right, I did not get a studio audience, but if you want to come watch me film, I don't know when it'll be, but my front door's right there. Just knock and I'll let you in. Anyway, on today's show, we're going to talk about the contest. I'm going to tell you the answers and remind you of the questions, as well as draw our winner. I'm going to show you some not so right signs, and I'm going to tell you what I did on my break.
Oh, baby, I need you now. I need you now. I need you now.
So I took some time off. I had a great 2-week break. I have started pre-planning my shows already. I'm trying to get them more organized, but I'm going to talk about that more in my next segment. But I took a break for a few reasons. The first one is, here in the state of Illinois, we were starting to reopen. I was working 3 days a week with 4 days off, so I had a lot of time off. But I had to come back to reality when we started reopening. Now I'm working 5 days a week and only off 2. So, yeah, I just took some time to come back to reality and get my life organized, I guess. Also, I had a little issue. So I'm 37 now. Back when in my mid to late 20s, there was a time where I didn't have car insurance. And at that time, I got pulled over. I got in trouble for it. Well, I guess the state now, when they scan your license plate, can tell if you have insurance or not. And they sent out a form for me to fill out in regards to that. And I'll be honest, either I lost it or I threw it away. So according to the state, I didn't have car insurance. So I got pulled over on my way home from the CBD store in Bloomington. And yeah, come to find out my license was suspended. So before I continue any further, I want to give a huge shout out to my parents, my sisters, and my friend Katie for giving me rides to and from work, to and from running my personal errands. Without you guys, the last few weeks would have been hell. And I appreciate none of their judgment, but all of their help. I'm an idiot when it comes to stuff like that, so I apologize, and I thank every one of them for all the hard work they put into helping me out when I needed it. So the other things that I did on my break, got my hair did. Yeah, by the time I did my finale, my hair was down to my nose. So I got a cut last Friday, and I feel honestly like I've lost like 20 pounds. I don't look it, but I feel like it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go over our contest questions and answers, and then we'll draw our winner. Just as a reminder, where did I put it? The winner will get $20 cash and a copy of Tina Fey's book, Bossy Pants, which is hilarious. So let's go over the questions. Here we go. Number 1. Millie Erickson is a 100-year-old nursing home resident from what state? The correct answer, Massachusetts. Number 2. In the Hungry Hippos game, someone loses the broomstick. How do I point it out? I don't remember my exact wording, but I said something to the effect that she was under the Facebook emblem. Number 3. In my stay-at-home edition episode number 2, how many Mountain Dew cans were visible? The correct answer is 3. Number 4. How much is the diesel in the We've Got Worms in the Rear sign shown? Correct answer, $2.86. Question number 5, true or false? I sit at a total of 3 different tables before I get my desk. And I know I've sent these questions out once before, but I just now realized that this is spelled, like this grammar is horrible. Anyway, the correct answer is 2, and I'll explain that. When I first started the shows, I would take my TV off the table it sits on. I'd pull it forward and I sit at that, and there'd be nothing behind me. Well, I kind of got tired of doing that, so, and at one point I remember doing a show where I say how I put it together a show, and then I get out my card table, and you can then see the TV and table behind me. It's at that point that I mentioned I rearranged my furniture and brought my grandpa's desk out, and I do my shows at them. So I sit at a total of 3 different tables. But before the desk, I only sit at 2. So there's that. Number 6. How many driveways are completely stopped by a tree in the stay-at-home edition episode number 3? The answer, this is a trick question. This is a trick question. Because the answer is 1. In the first one I showed, it shows the tree, the driveway around the tree. The second one I show, you can see it's stopped by the tree. So the correct answer there is actually only 1. But there's 2 driveways involving trees. So, number 7, how many unbroken eggs are shown in the stay-at-home edition episode number 7? Correct answer is 11. There are 8 on the rug, 1 in his hand, and 2 behind him. Number 8, in what year did I say Stella Liebeck burned her vajayjay? Correct answer, 1993. Number 9, on what date did I say my friend's dad ran around Wal-Mart humming the theme to Mission Impossible? October 3rd. And finally, in only the episodes 1 through 10, only 1 through 10, do not include 11 or 12, even though it's prominently displayed in it. I only asked about episodes 1 through 10. How many times was this logo posted throughout the entire show? Which is another little clip, or another little hint that the answer is 3. I did show it in episodes 11 and 12, but I wasn't asking about those. And I showed it to you and showed what my friend did in making it in episode 7, but it was prominently displayed in episodes 8, 9, and 10 of the 10 shows I asked you about. So, just a reminder of how I did things. For every correct answer you got a raffle ticket. The raffle, I took a picture and sent it to all of the emails that sent in answers. So I have everybody's tickets. I know, well, I don't know off the top of my head, but as soon as I get done filming this and posting it, I will be emailing the winner to ask them for their home address, so I can ship them the $20 and the book. So here we go. It's time to draw a winner. I'm going to mix them up in here. Mixy, mixy. And here we go. The winner is ticket number 204719. 204719. I will be emailing you shortly about winning and asking for your shipping address, so be on the lookout for that. And I will announce the name of the winner in the next episode. So during the break, when I started to go back to work at AA's, I was asking them and all of my friends if they liked my show, what they liked or didn't like about it, and all of them said that this next little bit is one of their favorites. It's become a staple of the show. So hold on tight, here comes yet another cheesy monologue. Today I woke up in time to see the sunrise, and it finally dawned on me. Say what you want about waiters, but I think they bring a lot to the table. Have you ever noticed that Hulk never loses his pants when he hulks up? I guess the science experiment altered his genes. My neighbors across the street made a sex tape, they just don't know about it yet. I'm thinking, during the pandemic, when President Trump was making his daily press conferences, Dr. Fauci became a huge staple in the pandemic. So I was thinking about it, and I think that the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases should make a Band-Aid line called Fauci's Ouchies. During the pandemic, I wasn't sure about using Zoom, which the video conferencing thing, everybody was raving about. But then I looked closer into it. If you're the guy out there who keeps saying, well, it can't get worse, stop jinxing me. And finally, here's today's point to ponder. If a jug of milk says 2%, what about the other 98? As I said at the beginning of this episode, I did a lot of work on my show. And I'm going to take this next segment. It's a new segment. And I'm going to tell you a little about it. It's called The Spotlight. So normally for this segment, I will take people who are looking to promote themselves. I will take a charitable event. I will take a fundraising event, and just let you know about it, or something to that effect. For example, I'm in talks with a couple of people on TikTok about coming on and promoting their music career that they're starting. I'm in talks with one guy who, I want to say it was his 20th birthday. He overdosed on heroin, and since then has been clean for like 8 or 9 years. I'm interested in hearing his story and him sharing his story with you. And I'm going to do different things like that for this segment. But today I wanted to spotlight Season 2. And I have officially dubbed this season the Season of Redemption. And I hope that you all give me a chance to redeem myself from the horrible episodes I posted in the past. During that time, I was bored at home and or bored at work, and I would just throw an episode together and then post it. And you could tell that it was just thrown together and posted, honestly. So I took some time to start planning out my first few episodes. I have, obviously, this one written. I have episode 2 and 3 already written. 4, 5, 6, and 7 are in the works. And I just want to give them more organization. Yes, I did work on editing. I'm still having an issue doing that. Because I make long videos. So unfortunately, I'm still working on that, and so I'm filming them all in one take again. But I was able to learn a lot. I got a lot of feedback from some of my friends. As I said, I asked them all about it. So I'm going to do my best to give you guys a better quality of show. And I ask you to give me that chance. I want this show to be interactive. I want everybody who watches these episodes comment. Let me know what you loved about the show and what you hated about that episode. Let me know if there's someone you want to nominate for my Golden Heart Award or the Douchebag Award. And again, you cannot nominate Trump. He will win every time. I want to know what's going on that I can, for lack of better terms, spotlight for you. Or bring you on and have you talk about your organization or what you're doing, or the person with an amazing heart out there that just does everything to make everyone smile. I want to know. So with that said, let me share with you my show email address and personal not fully contact information, but my social media accounts. The top one is our show email address, shittalking20@gmail.com, at Josh Fight, on TikTok, at Josh_Fight930 on Twitter, as well as Instagram. So please, get a hold of me. Give me your suggestions for the show. If you saw a funny sign or a autocorrect that wasn't so correct, please share them with me. I want you guys to be a part of the show also. Again, my overall goal, though, is to give you guys a better show. As far as scheduling shows goes, what I'm doing is I'm going to do, because I'm back to work and working 2 days a week, or only off 2 days a week, I'm going to only post 1 episode a week. I will try to get them posted on Sundays. But the episodes I post with the girls and our full cast, we are going to film those on Sundays. I work at the CBD store in Peoria on Sundays. It's kind of in the middle of where all 3 of us live, so we're all going to kind of congregate there and film the show. Depending on what time I get home that night, if it's not late enough, if it's not too late, I will post it that night. If not, it will be the next day. So Sundays is my target date of when I want to post shows. So with that said, I hope that you'll give me this time, this second season of redemption, to redeem myself from the first season and give me a chance to show you that I can give you a better quality of show. With that said, I hope that the people that posted these signs get better quality of signs. It's time for another exciting installment. Oh, what's wrong here? So this first one really confuses me because it's only the entrance, but you can't enter there. So I guess it's an enter at your own risk? But just don't get caught? I don't know. This one is not... I know that it's 3 different movies, but I don't know if this promotion helped them. Pirates knocked up Shrek. Number 3, this one is really confusing. This road may or may not be closed on or about May 12th or May 22nd, 2012 for approximately 3 weeks. And here's an update for you. Not quite sure if the construction was done or not, but the residents may or may not be able to drive on it yet and may or may not have potholes. Here's the next one, and apparently dogs do smoke, but they smoke a different way. Hey, apparently dogs smoke out their ass. I don't know. Number 5. This one, they're just trying to be helpful, people. I'm not sure I want to take part in this manager special because they're tasty-ass tasty-ass crackers for $1.99. You save $1. Different sense of taste, I guess? I don't know. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why I don't date the women. Ladies, slippery when wet. Not that I would know. This sign was just letting you know that there was a state sale. I went to it. Unfortunately, Idaho was already bought because, come on, it's Idaho. And with me, it wouldn't be false advertising. I cannot believe this has to be even put on a sign. Staff must wash their hands every time, even if they are 99% sure they do not have pee on them. Damn 1%! You ruin things every time. And finally, a Mother's Day gift that's not so motherly. But hey, it's the thought that counts. But for $5.78, for Mom with Love, you can get her a box of condoms. It's not so much a gift as a hint. So, it's time for my final segment, the goodbye. Goodbyes are never easy, but you can always find a little good at them, according to Mel Robbins. First, I want to cover this. So, I'm a moron, if you haven't figured that out already. And I found this cute little guy at Dollar General for $1, so I bought him. And he dances with the solar panel. Unbeknownst to me, it's an eagle. I thought it was an owl. I don't know why. So I wanted to call him Hootie. And he's the show's mascot. But now that I figured out he's an eagle, I don't know what to call him. So contest alert. Help name our mascot. I don't know what to call him, and I need your help. So please join in the Name the Mascot contest. Email your suggestions for our solar dancing eagle. Winners will get $25, or the winner will get $25. The contest ends at 11:59 on June 20th. Email your submission, 1 submission per person per email address at shittalking20@gmail.com. With that said, as I stated at the beginning of this show, there's a lot going on in the world right now. And there's an elephant in the room that I feel that I have a platform to talk about it, and I'm going to. So I'm going to get out my soapbox and give you my take. So I'm sure by now you've all heard, and if you haven't heard this, you are living under a rock. But on Memorial Day, Monday, May 24th, 2020, a human life was taken at the hands of the police officers, and the video has gone viral. George Floyd can be clearly heard saying that he can't breathe, and reports stated that either, I can't remember if it was a firefighter or a paramedic, approached the three police officers just standing there saying that Mr. Floyd was clearly in distress and clearly having difficulty breathing. The police reportedly told her that something to the effect of, if you're a firefighter, you should know not to get yourself involved. I'm not going to get into too in depth with this. And I want it to be known, I believe in your cause. I want to protest for you. I have a platform I'm using to get your voice heard. But that doesn't include burning people's private property or destroying it. It doesn't include rioting. It doesn't include looting. It includes being united and using our voices to get our message across. And you don't have to do that by the actions I just mentioned. I understand there's people who feel very strongly about this, and I do too. But I'm not going to go burn my neighbor's car in protest. I'm going to make a picket sign, and I'm going to go to town hall, and I'm going to do the legal ways of protesting. My thoughts, my prayers, my condolences go to the family of George Floyd and to those that live in the state of Minnesota because of everything you're dealing with right now. We need to be standing by each other. For the past 3 months, we have dealt with a pandemic. Coronavirus, or COVID-19, is something that I'm 37 years old and never have had to deal with. And my mother, who's 67 years old, has never seen anything like what we've seen, especially the Catholic Church being closed. For so many reasons right now, including George Floyd, including the pandemic and coming back and bringing the country back to what it used to be, we need to, and as our country states, stand united and be the United States of America. And I just don't think that the protesting, the rioting, the looting, the destruction of private property is the way to go. With that said, again, we need to be the United States of America. Until next time, everybody, please stay safe, love each other, stop the hate, and come back anytime you need some shit talking.